My name was once whispered in covens. I was a witch in the United States, trained to silence churches and scatter prayer groups. Many pastors never knew why their ministries crumbled overnight, but I was behind it. There was one thing we feared the most: midnight prayers. Not all of them, but the ones powered by 4 specific spiritual laws. When these laws were in place, a single believer could scatter an entire coven. Today, I will reveal these 4 laws. I remember one night in Atlanta, we were on assignment to shut down a young man who always prayed around 1 a.m. At first, we laughed at his voice. But when he aligned himself with these 4 laws, his prayers turned into fire. We could no longer go near his house. Our demons returned, burned. That's when I realized these laws are unstoppable. Law 1, the law of holiness. The spiritual realm runs on legality. Sin gives witches permission to attack, but holiness shuts the door. We once targeted a choir leader who prayed at midnight, but was secretly living in immorality. His prayers rose like smoke, but they carried no fire. We chained his dreams, drained his spirit, and he wondered why God wasn't answering. Then there was a woman in New York. She lived holy. At midnight, when she prayed, a wall of light surrounded her. We could not pass it. Isaiah 59 verse 2. Your iniquities have separated between you and your God. Holiness makes your prayer a legal weapon. Law 2, the law of the word. Every witch knows the spirit world is governed by words. That is why we used incantations. But when a believer uses the word of God, it becomes a decree. I still remember trembling when a man prayed at 12:15 a.m. declaring, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Psalm 27 verse 1. Those words broke our chains immediately. Demons scattered. His midnight altar became untouchable. Law 3, the law of sacrifice. Witchcraft thrives on sacrifice. Blood, animals, money. Nothing moved without it. That's why believers who sacrifice sleep, food, or comfort at midnight shake the spiritual realm. There was a woman who fasted 3 days and still rose to pray every midnight. Her prayers struck us like hammers. She had built a covenant with God through sacrifice. Romans chapter 12 verse 1. Present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God. Sacrifice increases the weight of your prayers. Law 4, the law of persistence. We hated consistent Christians. We could fight those who prayed once in a while. But when someone prayed daily at midnight, their altar grew stronger and stronger. I remember trying to invade a pastor's home in Chicago for weeks. Every night at midnight, he stood up and prayed, "Let God arise and let his enemies be scattered." Psalm 68 verse 1. By the 10th night, the fire from his altar drove us completely away. Persistence builds an unshakable wall around you. These are the 4 laws we feared as witches: holiness, the word of God, sacrifice, and persistence. Combine them, and your midnight prayers will burn like fire. As an ex-witch, I testify, these laws can make one believer more powerful than an entire coven.